She shot to fame playing Lola Pierce on EastEnders, but won our hearts as herself on this year's I'm a Celebrity.
Britney Spears' sister.
It was a decision I never thought I'd see in Jamie.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm glad I did.
Well, I'm happy to ask, anger and these rats are getting at me.
Why was there a frog on my face? I did not expect to be caught in a full-on debate. So I failed 6 times my driving test.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. EastEnders does it again.
Danielle.
Danielle, you're a celebrity. Get yourself out of here!
Just wanted a bubble bath.
Oh, please welcome Danielle Harold. Now, I could hear the screams from in here when you and Josie bumped into each other out there. What was it like to see her?
It was amazing. It's the weirdest feeling, I suppose, because you only get it if you're in there together and seeing each other glam. I was like, I can't even lift my eyelashes up. I'm still so tired and jet lagged.
Have you recovered?
No. I've been awful this week. I've been curled up in a ball asleep on my sofa. I watched Josie yesterday and this morning and I was like, I don't know, I'm going to do this tomorrow. So
what was really interesting then, while you waiting for it to come on, she was just saying she's never watched any of it back. That's the first time she's watched it back. How did that feel, seeing it?
So weird.
Yeah, really.
Bit awful, didn't I?
No, it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you struck up such a wonderful little relationship with Jamie Lynn, didn't you, Jamie Lynn Spears? Has that continued afterwards?
Yeah, we've been texting loads because she's like, well, what time is it in England? Why are you asleep? I've Googled the time. I'm like, no, I should be awake, but I'm so jet or jungle lag, we keep calling it. I'm just like, it's such a weird to get back to normal and it's Christmas everywhere. I'm like, so yeah, we've been talking loads, so you can't wait to meet up there and see it.
So what surprised you about it when you got there? Because however much you've watched the show over the years and you think you know what you're going into, you don't, do you, till you actually get there? What was the worst thing for you?
You think they're going to give you secret food?
Yes, I thought, right, they'd have clean clothes off camera, there'd be water and stuff, but there was no food, there was nothing. I was like, my hair was falling out because it was just so bad, and I was like, can I get a treatment? Just a like, you know, just one in. They're like, no, sorry, Danielle, none of that. And I was like... So just being in the jungle, I think, is the biggest shock. You don't think about that. You think, I'll do the trials, that'll be fine, and... Yeah, just living in the jungle, in the rain as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, a lot of people that come out that I've spoken to said there's a lot of boredom involved as well, because if you're not doing the trial, you're literally around that fire all day. Is that true?
Well, it would be if we didn't have Sam.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? There's no time to be
he was
bored
the
when Sam's
entertainer,
there.
wasn't he?
Yeah, literally, he's like a child, so you've got to entertain him, or if not...
He's a golden retriever, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just throw a ball and off he goes.
Yeah. I'd literally wake up and be like, how can I wind up Sam today? So I was on the cards.
And you and him had a real sister-brother kind of relationship,
like
didn't you?
Little brother and sister at camps. I think he's probably getting on everyone's nerves after a while.
You need something to keep you occupied and stuff. You'll know that, Marlene, from when you were in there. You know, you need stuff to keep it fun.
Also, you never know what's coming next, so you just live in this permanent state of something's going to happen.
Literally, it's the worst.
And then when it doesn't, I mean, then you're
think
just...
something else is
you
coming,
never trust the situation you're in.
You're never fully relaxed.
No, never. And also, it sounds really weird, but not knowing what the time is, it's really discombobulating, because if you think about it, you set everything by breakfast, lunch.
That's the framework of your day, isn't it?
Tony actually nicked a stopwatch from...
No, he didn't.
Done the games.
No!
So he was going... I'm like, what time do you reckon it is? And he's like, 7:15.
No!
How do you know that? I didn't know about the stopwatch. The only person in camp that didn't. He was like, you just got to be a human sundial. And I was down the creek going... If Tony could do it, I should be able to, feeling really stupid. And then,
what was the actual hardest bit for you?
I think it sounds weird, but at the time, like, you never...
Not the bugs?
Sit there and you... Oh, yeah, I hated the bugs.
And the weather. You had bad weather, didn't you?
And standing on top of the roof. I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
Because watching you do that was... And you were shaking so much afterwards, weren't you?
And Dick were like, are you actually OK? I was like, I don't think so.
So there was lots of bad bits, because you had a frog on your face at one point.
I know, that was the worst. That was the one night I thought, right, I'm going to unzip myself from the sleeping bag tonight, because I used to, like, just zip myself in before. I'm going to definitely suffocate and I need to know some air. So that night, Fred was like, just embrace it, do it. I was like, all right, Fred, tonight's the night. And then that happened, and it was the worst.
Could you forget... Well, I don't think you realise how noisy the jungle is. It's
Did you
go
think
to
that
sleep.
was real? Because we didn't.
No, you think they're playing in sound. Playing in sounds. I don't
I think that was all a bit on edge.
But it's so noisy. There's animals and monkeys
Yeah,
and
we kept
bugs
shouting,
and...
thinking they was playing it through the speaker.
Right.
Go, guys, come on now, like, enough of the cricket noises. Can we just turn it down a little bit? It was only when we done the trials you realise, like, oh, no, we actually are in the jungle.
Is it food you miss the most? Like, as you're coming across the bridge at the end, you think, I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, I nearly bypassed my mum really quick.
Really?
Take me to the food tent.
Where's the catering tent?
And you guys really lived it up afterwards. That's the fun bit, isn't it? And there are all these little rumours about you and Pete Wicks. You've been texting him about it, haven't you, Cole?
I've been texting Pete. Yes.
We've been laughing
and he's not
so
replied
much.
to me yet, so he's... I'm getting a piece of my mind.
We've been laughing so much, bless him, because I was like... We come out, we go out with all the friends and family are there. But yeah, no, me and Pete are just good friends. Have been for years, but we have been going and giggle about it.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's such a laugh about it.
And well, I did mention earlier that actually you're going to be back in EastEnders despite the fact that Lola was killed off. How on earth... Is it going to be it was all a dream type storyline?
It feels a bit like a dream to me today. It's only when your team said, like, they've released it or in EastEnders at Chris, I was like... Oh, yeah, like, I've been keeping all these secrets since I've been in there. So, yeah, I can't wait to see her back on screen, especially around Christmas. So, yeah, very excited.
Are you allowed to say how it happens?
No, I don't think I can.
Sorry.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
I've got a small family... I feel really bad. I've got no Christmas presents.
You've been busy.
You've got the perfect excuse. You've been in the jungle.
Like, coming to Christmas this year. I'm like, yeah, I've got no presents, sorry. So, yeah, it's so weird coming back and it being Christmas. I think that was my biggest, like... Oh, it's Christmas. Normally I watch The Jungle to get into Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like my countdown. I'm like, but this year, no, just sort of all wrapped in glitter and I've got all bows in me next to a Christmas tree all of a sudden. So
it's weird.
so
Who was
weird.
other than Jamie Lynn, who was your favourite person in there?
Jamie Lynn and Sam, probably, yeah. Do you know what? It's actually hard to answer because I got on with everybody.
You did?
Everyone, even Mr Farage.
You did?
I did, yeah, everyone. So, yeah. Because when you're in there, it's not... You don't have a job, you don't have a career, it's just... You just... with people living in the jungle.
And you were
really,
always
so
lovely,
just...
and you were always like the peacemaker, almost. When it did kick off now and again, you were always the one that kind of.
She's the human plug.
Yeah, the human plug in a bath. Every time I went for a bath, that was all I had. I thought, just keep running a bath. That was just stuck there and there. I was like, just keep running the bath. That takes ages to run that bath.
It does take
that
ages.
conversation just wasn't going. I was like, just keep running the bath. It's fine.
Well, is it something? Obviously, Marlene did South Africa. You did All Stars. Having done it once, would you ever do it again?
I can't believe
I loved it.
How was that one? Was the second one?
That one was mad.
Was it even tougher
Everything
than the
was
third?
like, everything was like 20
I
times
don't see
higher
how
and more
that could-
food and more bugs and more snakes.
So would you do it again if they
God.
did an All Stars?
Yeah, probably.
There you are. You heard it here first. Well, Danielle, thank you so much for joining us. And honestly, you were a brilliant campmate to watch.
Thank you so much.
Danielle, ladies and gentlemen.